December is here. We just witnessed one of the most entertaining weekends in college football. The conference championship games are set, and the NBA is starting to roll into a groove. On to today's episode, we're going to discuss all this and more. I'm Joe Antonucci, along with Sebastian Bruno and Logan Patel. Welcome to the Sports Lounge. We are here. It is December, a little chilly out now.
A little frolicky outside.
Yeah, a little cold out this past week.
How you guys doing?
We're good.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Ate some great food.
Cranberry sauce,
Didn't
I
eat no
hope?
cranberry sauce.
Wait, what?
Didn't eat no cranberry sauce.
It was that awful Thanksgiving.
me either. But I definitely didn't eat no turkey, so I had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I didn't eat much turkey either, but I had a great Thanksgiving.
All right, first game, the Cavs are able to squeak a win past the Celtics. Celtics did not have Jaylen Brown, though.
Yeah, the Cavs, they get their win over the Celtics, but like you said, Celtics were resting Jaylen Brown, a little shorthanded. But, yeah, great win for the Cavs. I still do think the Celtics are the better team, though.
Yeah, they're definitely a better team. I don't know how much it really says about either team, to be honest, because we saw both squads were fully healthy the first time they played, and the Celtics came out with the W. So I don't really know how much you could say about the Cavs or the Celtics in this, but
Yeah, I still think the Cavs are a great team. I do think the Celtics are better, though. Jaylen Brown, they definitely win that game. I just don't understand why the Cavs can't beat the Hawks.
Yeah.
Two losses
to the Hawks. I mean, the Hawks are probably the middest team in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like the Wizards' only 2 wins is against the Hawks.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and the Cavs' only 2 losses is against the Hawks.
Two of the 3
the
losses.
Hawks got a defensive menace
Yeah, I mean
with Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, but Trae Young can't score.
He can't. He just dimes everybody.
Pass first player.
Yeah.
I mean, I like his play style, but it's not really helping the Hawks. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Jalen Johnson looking like the top scorer right now. Definitely not. I mean, technically, no, he's not the number one, but he's kind of playing like it.
A little sad to see. Lakers are not very well playing. It looks like McQueen is fading.
Yeah.
LeBron James is just not playing great in his past couple games.
He almost didn't get 10 points
I know.
for the first
scared
time.
me.
Yeah.
For the
Give me a little
first
heart
time in I don't even know
Since
how many years.
2007 in a regular season game.
Yeah, well, we looked that up earlier.
Yeah,
So
that's like a known fact.
yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. But they scored 80 points
Yeah.
in an NBA game, and they shot 19% from 3.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers roster is obviously not the best because LeBron, he's getting a little old, but I'm still faithful in the coaching that they can bring the best out of the roster. But a couple episodes ago, we said they won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Since those 5 in a row, they went 2-5.
Yeah, I'm not really out on the Lakers yet. They got a really bright spot in the rookie Dalton Knecht. He's in the rookie of the year running. He's been really good.
Yeah, but Lakers, I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's a long season, but it's going to be tough because they don't have the best roster, and LeBron is obviously old.
We haven't talked about them really at all, but the Rockets, they're looking like a legit team right now. How good are they?
I do like the Rockets. They got a good young core, and you got Sengun, Jalen Green, what's his name?
Fred Van
Jabari
Vliet,
Smith Jr.
Cam
And Amen
Whitmore.
Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like their young core. We just got to see if they can keep this up.
Yeah, Rockets are half a game out of the number 1 seed right now. They're playing really well. Yes, they haven't played that great of a schedule so far, but they're still half a game out. Like I remember last episode, the strength of schedule thing with college football was a big point, and now we're taking this into the NBA. You can't take that away from the Rockets. They're just beating what's in front of them. Fred Van Vliet, he's having a pretty good season. Alperen Sengun, he's being that solid big man that they need. Jalen Green, like Logan said, great young talent. He's stepping into a big role for the Rockets, and he's a big part to their success this season.
I like Ahmed Thompson getting a little more minutes here in the past couple games. When he gets minutes, he plays really well. Same with Jalen Green. Jalen Green had 41 the other night.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he shot really good that game, but a lot of times he doesn't shoot that great of a percentage. So when he's on, they have a really good chance of winning.
76ers, they got the Magic coming up tomorrow, who have been unbelievable, even without Paolo.
Yep.
are the 76ers, are they able to turn their season around before it gets too bad?
I don't think so. It's going to be really tough. Embiid, he's not playing back-to-backs. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Embiid, he's really banged up. Same with Paul George, another injury.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey, he's also a little banged up. But bright spot for the Sixers, they have one of the best rookies, Jared McCain.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
Him and Dalton Connect are right there in the Rookie of the Year race.
I think I'll have McCain right now.
Yeah, probably McCain. He's playing really well.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the 76ers, they aren't successful as a team, so that's going to knock him a little bit.
Yeah, you got Tyrese Maxey right now, which is their main guy. And if Embiid is resting every other game, I mean, like, how are you supposed to do that? And you also have Paul George not playing every game either. I mean, Paul George said on his podcast P, that they're gonna turn their season around. How you gonna do that, Paul George, when you're
Not
sitting out
playing.
every other game?
Yeah, he's not playing. I mean, he's on that podcast. He's talking about, is it harder to be a podcaster or an NBA player? I don't know, Paul George. But Sixers, their season's done.
Yeah. You were talking about Tyrese Maxey. Another Tyrese I want to talk about, Tyrese Halliburton.
Who?
He's just not. He's a little overrated.
Halliburton had a little bit of a breakout season last year.
But this year-
He's really regressed this year.
Yeah.
Not shooting at a high percentage. I mean, his assists are down from last year.
Yeah.
He's just having a really down year compared to last year.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a little at the end of the regular season last season, his points were going down a bit, but his assists were still there. But as we got into the playoffs, he stepped up into the number one that the Pacers needed to make it to Eastern Conference Finals. Obviously, they don't have enough to beat the Celtics, but
Yeah.
going into this season, Halliburton, he was ranked pretty highly for the top point guards in the league, but this season, his points are down. He's not shooting well, and his assists are down as well. He became a bit overrated this season, but Halliburton not good this season.
All right, moving on to our college football. You and I both went 5-5 in our spread picks. Logan, 7-3.
Yep.
What a turnaround!
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this out there real quick. That's the best record anyone's had yet
Yeah,
so
it
far.
is.
So yeah, good for you. It brings you and me 18-22. Me and Seb are both 18-22. Logan is one behind now at 17-23. So
Dude, what a comeback.
He's coming back.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, just wait till I'm at that number one spot.
All right, we'll see. First game, that Georgia game, one of the best games we've seen all year. 8 overtimes.
Now that game was unbelievable. 8 overtimes. The record is 9.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see it kind of go to 10, but at the same time, I was like, God, can this game end?
Yeah.
I was just hoping either team. I was really disappointed that Georgia Tech just didn't run the ball more. Early in the game, they were running the ball with
Haynes King.
Haynes King, yeah.
Haynes King getting 4 or 5 yards every single down. They only ran the ball, I think, like once in overtime.
Yeah.
He's a tank, man.
Yeah, like, give him another chance.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, in the overtime play calling on both sides was absolutely terrible.
A little disappointing.
But you got to also look at Georgia Tech. I mean, they're up 2 scores.
Yeah.
There's about 4 minutes left to play.
Was it 17?
No, it was 27-13.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking 17-0.
No,
okay, yeah.
27-13 with 5 minutes
with
left in the fourth
less
quarter.
than 5 minutes left to go.
Fumble.
And you blew the lead. I mean, okay, Georgia scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
But you get the ball back on offense, you're in a, I think, 3rd and 1 situation.
Yeah.
Haynes King's running the ball. You just got to secure it.
Yeah.
And you can't and you fumbled, and once that fumble happened, I was like, okay, Georgia, they're probably going to come back. They're probably going to come back. You gave them an extra shot. Like, once you give teams extra shots like that to win a game, especially Georgia.
Good teams, yeah.
They're like one of the top teams in the country.
Yeah.
So,
Georgia
Tech threw the game, but they also had a chance to win it in OT. Their play calling wasn't the best, but neither was Georgia. So.
Yeah, you could say that about Georgia, too, that their play calling was. I mean, we all kind of expect this from Carson Beck now.
Yeah.
We all don't really like Carson Beck.
Really great performance though by him.
Yeah.
4 or 5 touchdowns.
Really clutch
no
in overtime.
interceptions.
Clutch in overtime.
Yeah, they were going back and forth in overtime. Like, it was kind of crazy to see. And going back to the fumble, I do like them getting the ball in their best player's hands in Haynes King, and he's been dominating the whole game.
He did have the first down.
Yeah,
He just fumbled the ball.
I do like that. You just got to be more careful in that kind of situation.
Secure it.
Yeah.
South Carolina Clemson game, another amazing game. I had Clemson in that one. really
Me-
angry when
yeah.
you let up a 3rd and 16 run.
I think
on
me
the
and
20.
Logan both picked the Gamecocks in that game.
Yeah.
So
good for you guys.
I mean,
yeah.
I really like the Gamecocks this year. They've
Yeah.
been on a 6-game win streak. Lenora Sellers, he's freshman, first year as
he's
a
playing
full
great.
starter. Really great performance again. He ran in for 2 TDs, won the game for South Carolina, but nothing to take away from South Carolina's defense as well.
Yeah.
They secured the win at the end. And
Yeah.
Clemson's a high-powered offense, so holding them to 14 points at home, really good.
I really like South Carolina's 1-2 dynamic kind of duo with, you said, Sellers and Raheem Sanders.
Yeah.
They're like unstoppable on the ground.
They're a good team, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen this out of South Carolina in I don't even know how long. I really like them this year. Like, I think on every spread picks, I've taken them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tennessee, Vandy, it's close at some points, but Tennessee always had the lead. Just a good performance from Tennessee.
First play of the game, like Vandy took it to the house for a touchdown, and then they scored another touchdown, go 14-0.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like,
but then
what's going on?
Tennessee
I think
brought it back.
I think they were down 17-0 at a point.
It might have been.
I think
It might have
Okay.
been, but
I didn't have any doubt in Tennessee though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were just, they're a good team.
yeah, you knew
Great
Tennessee
offense.
was going to show their quality in their offense and obviously their defense as well. Dylan Sampson, one of the best running backs in the country, and they have Nico, really great
Yeah.
quarterback. First year as full starter.
Yeah, he had the one bad go ball or post
Yeah,
ball
it
pass.
was short.
Yeah,
little
but
short pass.
other than that, he had a good game.
A really good game.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, they're rolling into the playoffs. They're a lock for me, even though they're not in the conference championship game. Yeah, Tennessee's a lock, and they just show their quality over a weak Vandy team.
Yeah, there was no doubt in my mind that they weren't going to win that game.
Michigan, Ohio State, just unbelievable. Does this leave a path for Ryan Day to get fired?
Okay.
I mean, you're bringing them to the playoffs.
There's only
but
one way he doesn't get fired, and that's if they win the national championship.
Yeah.
You think he's
Yes.
a lock to get fired?
100%. This is 4 straight years lost to their biggest rival, and this year they should have won the game by 3 scores.
Yeah. No, yeah. I went home after that pick, and I'm like, you know what? It's probably going to be a close game just because it's the game. And Michigan's defense is
Yeah, I mean,
good,
Michigan has one of the best defensive lines.
but still,
Yeah, Michigan has one of the best defensive lines.
And they have one of the best corners in the league.
Will Johnson wasn't even playing.
hurt. Yeah.
Will Johnson wasn't even
wasn't?
playing.
No, he wasn't even playing. He got
I
hurt.
didn't
He wasn't
know
even
that.
playing, and they ran the ball a ton of times into Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant.
I saw a picture. Ryan Day's playbook.
Yeah,
you
it
got
was
the best receiving core and the
Yeah.
best corner hurt on the other team. Just halfback
dive, yeah.
Like,
Talk about a boring game.
yeah.
Really, really boring
Good defensive game if you like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Really disappointing from Ohio State to be honest. Like, come on, what was that? Ryan Day, I think he's getting fired. If the only way he doesn't get fired is if he either gets to the national championship and wins it. Like, I think that if he gets there, he'll keep his job. But if he doesn't get there, I really don't see him keeping his job.
I don't know. I feel like even if he loses national championship, who's the blame going to get put on for losing that game? If it is Ryan Day, he's gone.
Unless throws 4 picks or something.
Yeah, I mean Will Howard.
Will Howard.
Will Howard didn't have the greatest game either. Let's be honest. I mean, last year we saw from Kyle McCord. I mean, I think Kyle McCord last year
He played better.
played better than Will Howard did in this game.
I don't believe he was a problem at all.
No.
I mean, he wasn't the best, but
Yeah, he put up a better performance than Will Howard did this year, and that Michigan team last year was 25 times better than this year's.
speaking of McCord, we didn't pick that game, but Syracuse, what a win over Miami.
Yeah,
Down
and that
by
that
3
was a-
scores.
Yeah, that was a really good game. Syracuse did just enough on defense to where they could out-offense Miami, and that's really hard to do.
Yeah,
So-
and that game officially pushes Miami out of the playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, Arizona State, they were -9 over Arizona, and just unbelievable performance from them. Absolutely blew them out.
I mean, I picked Arizona just to be a little bit different. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rivalry game.
Trying
so you
to be
never
the
know,
odd
but-
man out.
Trying to be different. I mean, to win, you got to pick different teams, you know.
Yeah.
But I figured Arizona State they'd win.
I didn't think it'd be by that much.
I didn't think it'd be that big of a blowout, but Arizona
Yeah.
State's probably a top 12 team.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
And they've got Iowa State.
Yes.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But going back to this game, great performance from Arizona State, and we saw them try to plant the trident on the middle of the field. Got a little chippy at the end.
Yeah,
but
a lot of teams tried that
Let's
with their
talk about
flags
that,
and
actually.
stuff.
Planting the flags and stuff. Do you
Yeah.
guys like that?
I do.
I love
do.
it. I love the planting the flag.
I love like putting your franchise in the center
Yeah.
of your biggest rival's field.
I love that. Planting your logo right on the other team's logo in the middle of the field, like I love that.
I saw a take. It's honestly probably the best take I've ever seen. I 100% agree with it. People are saying it's petty, but that's the team you hate. If it's your rival, that's the team you hate. And then people are saying the people who are going to take it off,
like they should show that during the game.
Those are babies.
But
that's good. I like all sides of it. Taking it off,
100%.
Or taking it out and planting it in.
Yeah, it's electric, low key.
It's just that's the rivalry. That's the hatred you see. That's why we love college football.
Yeah, it's really electric to see that at the end of the game, and then they're like chirping back at each other. We all love to see that.
I mean, like this is gonna be used as promotional like media for these games for like the next decade. And great. It's obviously you don't want to see them fighting, but like
it's kind of.
I don't like
kind
the
of,
Mace, like the Michigan and Ohio State game.
That was
Mace
bad.
as players.
That was bad. Pepper spray. Come on. Now.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, okay. As we were talking about though, Arizona, they have one of the best receivers in the country. They just don't have the supporting cast around him. I mean,
that's good.
I don't even want to talk about it.
No, USF.
Yeah. The Rice Bowl.
Lost the Rice.
Down 35-14 with 6 minutes left. I turned it off.
I never had it on.
Turned it off, and I see we scored a touchdown. I was like, that's nice. And then we made them fumble, and we scored another touchdown. I'm like, 35-28. We just couldn't stop the run on the final drive.
I mean,
I was happy with our third string we put in. Izzy, when we put him in, 5 of 6, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Ooh,
so pretty good.
I was happy with
solid.
That. Yeah. So that was cool to see, but just a disappointing performance.
I mean, you had me thinking USF was like best team in the country.
Okay, well,
they were gonna smack up Rice.
I did too. Rice isn't even a bad team, but like we should have beat them. We should have.
Yeah, especially coming off of really dominating, 2 dominating performances the 2 weeks prior, with putting up 50+ in both. I would expect them to at least win this game. Put up 30 at least.
We put up 28.
Yeah, we still lost.
Defense couldn't stop nothing.
Yeah,
we could not. Yeah, that was a bad performance.
It's okay, still bowl eligible.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I mean, you weren't gonna make the playoffs. Though.
I mean, we could
still got a bowl game.
No, Joey,
we still got a bowl game.
Still got a bowl game.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Auburn at Alabama. There was a chance for Auburn to cover that spread of 11.5, but Alabama just was in control of that game the whole game.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. Alabama at home. You can't play against Alabama at home. It's almost impossible. And they took care of probably their biggest rival in Auburn.
Yeah.
What is this, like the 87th year of the Iron Bowl?
Something like
that.
It's one of the top 3 rivalries.
Yeah,
100%.
really historic matchup. And
probably 2.
Alabama takes care of Auburn again.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the longest tender rivalries. Alabama. That took care of business.
Yep.
Notre Dame USC hung in there for a little bit, but Notre Dame, the defense came alive at the end.
Yep.
Another one that I knew. I mean, Notre Dame.
I think we all.
we all picked Notre Dame actually.
Notre Dame, really good team, playing really well to end the year. I mean, USC. They can't hang. They can't really hang with Notre Dame.
USC is not the quality team that Notre Dame is. Notre Dame is probably a top 3, 4 team
100%.
in the nation, 100%. Ever since that loss to Northern Illinois,
what a great turnaround from them.
Yeah, 100%. 10 straight wins after that loss. They've had a great season. Yeah, I mean their schedule is not the best, but they're putting away all these teams easily, so you can't take that away from them.
Yeah. The UF FSU game, I really didn't think FSU was going to score any points, so good for them for scoring 11.
Yeah, they scored 11 points.
The way the defense was playing for UF, I didn't think FSU was going to score at all.
I mean, UF put up 31, so
31-11 was the final.
Yeah, we all kind of expected this. FSU, really bad. Really bad.
And UF been looking good. DJ Lagway.
Yeah, you got DJ Lagway and UF. You got the Gators playing really well to end the year off strong.
Yeah. And FSU, they started as a top 10 team in the country, and they finished probably bottom 5.
Yeah.
That's really
one of the worst offenses.
One of the most astonishing seasons I've ever seen in my life. It might be one of
the worst fall-offs of all time.
It might be the worst offense from a Power 4/5 team I've ever seen.
FSU is definitely the football team of all time.
Yeah. Final game. great game. Best entrance in college football, in my opinion. Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Texas A&M just could not punch it in on the goal line.
What a terrible offensive performance in their biggest game of the season. This game was all or nothing. This game was all or nothing for them, and they didn't even score an offensive touchdown.
It really disappoints me.
I've been saying this all year. I never liked A&M. I never thought they were really good.
Yeah.
I just figured, like, they're at home. This game is do or die. You got to take all the risks, and you got to just go out there, and you got to put your best foot forward. Mm-hmm. And they couldn't produce nothing on offense, but good first season for them under Mike Elko.
Oh, 100%. Like, huge turnaround.
Yeah, 100%.
And just Texas, though, I give a lot of props to them. The running game from them was unbelievable. I know they only scored 17 points, but the running game from them really came alive. And the defense
should have put up more than they did.
100%. And the defense was just unbelievable. So a really good game from them to prove that they are. That was the first game, in my opinion, besides, I don't know, maybe an earlier game.
No, that was the first game where they
proved like
proved.
a top 14 in the country. So now we're going to be moving on to our rapid fire spread picks. All right, first game, the Conference USA Championship game. You got Jacksonville State. They are 4-point favorites over Western Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Obviously not watched a bunch of Conference USA this season, but
I haven't watched any Conference USA this season. I'll just take the favorite team.
That's what I'm going to do.
I'll
I'm going
take
to take the
Jacksonville
favorite.
State.
I like Western Kentucky. I watched them play a little bit. They look like a nice team. So I'm going to take Western Kentucky.
I'll just take Jacksonville State.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Boise State. This is actually a big one. Boise State is 4-point favorites over UNLV in the Mountain West Conference Championship.
This game has major playoff implications, obviously.
I believe the team wins it. Probably
goes.
Gets in.
Yeah, 100%. And I just think Boise State, they have obviously probably top 2 player in college football, so I think they're going to take it.
Ashton Genty's, I think he's really going to show out here. I think he's really going to show out and, like, plant their spot in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, talk about UNLV. I think their best player is Ricky White. Little short, shifty receiver.
Yeah, they was a quarterback, and then he just quit.
Yeah, that quarterback.
Wasn't getting enough NIL.
That quarterback, actually, he went to my old school.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not even.
Massapequa?
No, he went somewhere on Long Island. He went. But
Juan Dory?
No. No, yeah, he's from Long Island, but going back to this game, Boise State is going to dominate the ground game, and they're going to cement their spot in the playoffs.
You guys both got Boise State?
Yeah, I really like Boise State. I mean, you got Ashton Genty. Come on.
Yeah. I'm going to take UNLV to win this game.
Jeez, Joe.
All right.
UNLV to the playoffs.
You're really going for the number 1 spot right here.
I really am. UNLV, they're going to shock some people. Okay? They got a great team. So the MAC conference game, Miami of Ohio, they're 2-point favorites over Ohio.
I will take Miami of Ohio because they already beat Ohio. So
yeah,
that's just why.
I mean, I'll let you pick this one first.
Man. Miami.
Okay. As much as I watch college football, I've not watched any MAC games.
Neither have I.
Me neither.
I think I watched the first game of season Toledo.
I like Wednesday night
Toledo.
MAC.
Yeah, Toledo.
Lil Nook.
Lil Nook alumni.
Shout out Lil Nook.
Yeah.
What's his real name?
Zymarion.
Zymarion Lang.
Yeah.
Tried to get him to go to USF. He did not want to. He did not want to.
He didn't like Byron Brown. That's why.
Which is blasphemous because Byron Brown's the top 3 QB in the country.
I think he knew he was gonna get hurt.
Okay, makes sense.
Due for an injury.
Yeah.
Do perfect. All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna take Miami of Ohio too. It's hard to beat the same team twice, but
I think they'll do it.
I like red. So the Sun Belt Conference Championship, Louisiana is 4-point favorites over Marshall.
Ooh, I'm gonna take Marshall because of Randy Moss.
It's the Raging Cajuns, right?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna take the Raging Cajuns.
Raging Cajuns.
Yeah.
And the Raging Cajuns actually have a good team, but
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Raging Cajuns as well. Louisiana, they'll
Yeah.
win that game.
I like that name. I'll take them.
AAC, this could, if Army is able to win this game, they could technically be in that spot if Boise State loses. So this is still a playoff game. Same thing with Tulane.
Yeah.
Tulane is 4-point favorites over Army though.
Yeah.
I don't think Army is gonna win this game. I'll take Tulane.
Tulane.
I mean, if Tulane plays like they did against Memphis last week, then no. But
Week
I
before
think-
that,
yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, remember that week before that?
I don't remember who
I
they played.
don't remember who they played, but I know they
smoked
put up
them.
a big
They
performance.
smoked them.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take Tulane as well in that game.
Mhm.
Moving on to the Power 4. First one, you got the Big 12 game. Iowa State versus Arizona State. Arizona State's 2.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
I feel like that small of a line is kind of like the money line. So I'll take Arizona State. I think they win by 3 or more.
Yeah, Arizona State for me. The line's pretty small, so it could go either way. And this game is obviously winner of this is going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But then this winner of this game is probably going to get 11 or 12 seed. So it's gonna be a close game.
I don't know if it's real.
I'm gonna take ASU.
ASU, yeah. I think I'll probably take them as well. I don't know if it's real, but I saw some people for Texas Tech complaining that they're not in this conference championship because they beat both these teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope that's not real. I really hope it's not.
The Red Raiders.
I think I'm gonna take Arizona State as well. They've been on a really hot streak.
Yeah.
Moving on to the ACC, Clemson versus SMU. SMU is the 2.5-point favorites as well.
SMU is the much better football team all around than Clemson, so I'm going to take SMU.
Yeah, SMU really stepped it up after both of you guys picked Pitt over SMU, and I picked SMU.
He's telling me about this today. He's like, hey, ever since I picked SMU over Pitt, look what they started doing.
Yeah, I'm going to rock with SMU. They've been really good. I think they can keep it going.
I think you just jinxed them. I'm taking Clemson.
Jeez.
Clemson's going to win this game and screw up college football playoffs.
If Clemson wins, SMU's out.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
I don't know.
ACC is getting one team this year.
I think it could be, if Clemson wins, I still think SMU should get in over a team like Alabama or South Carolina.
Yeah. I like South Carolina over.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think South Carolina has a better resume.
It's going to be tough for the CFP committee no matter what.
Yeah.
The big SEC, Georgia versus Texas. Texas is 2.5-point favorites.
Like we said, it's hard to be the same team twice.
Yeah.
So for that reason and a couple other reasons, I'll take Texas.
I'm going to take UGA. I think they're going to win this game.
I was going back and forth on this one all day. I actually think it'll be a 1-point game, so I'm going to take Georgia. I think it'll be a really close game.
No, I just think Georgia, coming off that big win against G-Tech, emotional victory. Usually teams after an emotional win, they don't come back and play the best. But I think Georgia, they're going to beat Texas twice. They've done it earlier. They're going to beat them again this game.
I'm saying if Texas wins, it'll be like a 1-point victory.
Yeah.
I know they just played great against Texas A&M. It's hard to replicate that defense like you just did, especially Carson Beck, who's taking it up a notch.
You got to also remember, Georgia has some of the most SEC championship game experience out of the whole conference.
Kirby Smart
this is Texas's first year playing in this conference.
In the SEC,
Yeah. So
Kirby Smart's been there.
For that reason, I'm going to just take UGA.
Okay. Final game, Penn State versus Oregon. Oregon is 3.5-point favorites.
Yeah, Oregon all the way for me. They're the number one team in the country, and nothing has proven me otherwise. And I don't think Penn State really Penn State doesn't really move the needle to
I don't think Penn State's gonna be able to keep with Oregon, so I'm gonna take Oregon in this game.
Yeah, I know. I really want to pick Penn State. I just don't know. James Franklin is not good in these big games.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to take Penn State in this game, but
it's just,
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather be right. So
I like Penn State, but Oregon is just so dominant.
Yeah,
I like being different, so I'm gonna pick Penn State.
All right, really go for this win.
I really am. I'm going all for it.
So. John might get the 1 seed after this week.
Yeah, or he'll be the last.
All right, NFL. Maybe we should just start doing NFL because me and Logan did great, 2-1.
Yeah,
I mean I was 1 game behind.
Yeah, there's only 3 games.
You went 33. You went 33.3%.
Y'all went
66.666%.
Repeating.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good for y'all boys, but I figured, the Dolphins they put up a decent fight against Packers. They definitely didn't. Another cold game that the Dolphins can't seem to get any offense going until late.
Yeah,
Tua lost his 5 coldest games, I think.
Yeah. All games under 40.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw a stat. I think Mike McDaniel's 0-11 in games under 40 degrees. I think they can't play good in the cold at all.
Yeah.
And I said last episode that it's going to be cold, and that's why I'm going to pick the Packers. And that's what happened.
Well, also, I'm going to the Lions game here.
Yeah.
They had a big performance in the first half.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened in the second half with them. I think the Bears defense just really showed how good they can be. And just the Bears offense just they actually came alive in the second half, but it just wasn't there in the first half. I think they put up 0 points in the first half.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
they did.
Yeah, but you saw some great performance there from Caleb Williams. Finally showing his number 1 pick ability. Good for the Bears. Good for the Lions, obviously, to get the win. But the Bears aren't making any noise.
Yeah, the past 2 weeks for the Bears, they've really been a second half team. And then, they, against the Vikings, they, came back really late try to get the W, push it to overtime. But they didn't really get that done. They tried to do it against the Lions, but they couldn't.
All right. So those are our 3 spread picks. We're going to move on to the Immaculate Grid now. The Immaculate Grid, everyone. If you watched the previous episodes, you saw how this works. If not, you have a player, you have these teams, and you have to guess a player that played for them.
Oh, we got this.
It's like Raiders and Cardinals.
Yep.
I'll just go Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer,
Yeah, he played
right off
for
the
both
bat.
of them. So
Go next with the Patriots.
Let's go Randy Moss. We could save Chandler Jones for the Patriots sacks.
Yeah.
Say Jacoby.
Jacoby Myers, yeah.
Jimmy G. Any Patriots player from last year's team.
I'm gonna go.
I literally just said to say Chandler Jones for the Patriots sacks.
Oh God.
Matthew Judon.
Okay.
Did he get 10?
I know he
He
did.
definitely. I think he did last season or 2 seasons ago.
Okay.
Oopsie.
Joey bro.
Whoopsie daisy.
Patrick.
I'll go Wes Welker.
Go Wes Welker. Yeah, nice.
Had boy.
Yes, sir.
Let's go Will Lutz. Will Lutz for the
Ooh.
Saints and Broncos.
Good one.
Good job. Saints, Raiders, DC.
No. Let's
Okay.
come on. Let's go Willie Snead.
Willie Snead.
Ooh.
Willie Snead the 4th.
Let's go Willie Snead.
I like that one.
Yeah.
There he is.
All right.
Yeah,
We got
we'll
Cam
take
Jordan.
Cam Jordan. Yeah, nice.
believe it's
We
Cameron.
got this. Okay, wait. Cards, Broncos.
Chase Edmonds.
Ooh.
Yep.
Wow, that's actually really
Record time. Let's go.
Sad, bro. You didn't do anything.
I don't know what I'm even supposed to do.
Let's go.
Jeez, man. Joey.
Joey knocking down the mic.
Yes, sir.
Good job, boy.
Yes, sir. All right. That was a great performance.
Yeah, 9
Very
out of 9.
quick performance.
Took about a minute.
Yeah, I mean, jeez.
Yeah.
Good job, boys.
We really gained some ball knowledge this past couple of weeks.
Let's go.
All right. Raiders put up a great performance, but Polar Raiders in classic fashion.
Raiders-
fumbling.
Yeah, at this point, they know they're tanking.
I talked to Seth about it. He was happy with it.
Yeah, man. I was watching the game with Logan, and I was like, "No way, we're better win this game." I was
Yeah,
like,
we were all
come
rooting for the Chiefs, except for a Giants fan that was there. Giants fan that was there wanted the Raiders to win. Kind of flipped the script there.
"Yep." And I saw him.
Tim?
Yeah, Tim. Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me.
Yep. Jackson Powers Johnson snapped the ball on purpose.
He knew in his head. He's like, I'd rather have Shador on
He was
center
thinking.
next
He
year.
was thinking
Shador
long
understand
term. He was thinking long term.
Yeah,
He's like,
okay.
We're losing now. Next season we're winning. I'd rather lose this
Yeah.
game and win more next season.
Now that they are officially out of playoff contention, now
If we win another game this season,
AP knows to keep his job, he must tank.
yeah.
But
yep.
yeah, so you want Shador. Does that go along with Brock Bowers, who could potentially be Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
The way he's playing.
He's
I
probably
mean,
having
Bo
the
Nix-
best season as a rookie
Yeah.
out of all the rookie
Yeah.
people, but he's not a QB.
Like Bo
so
Nix,
it's
yeah.
going to be hard for them to give it to him, but he's going to be first team All-Pro.
Yeah, absolutely great season, leading the league in receptions and top 5 in yards.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's unbelievable for a rookie tight end. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
I coming out of Georgia, I figured he'd be good, but not as dominant as he was at Georgia.
Yeah, and I mean,
but he came into this league.
the Raiders offense, is terrible. Like we
Yeah.
don't have a QB.
We
but-
have one bright spot, and that's Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Brock Bowers, he's putting up these historic performances, even with us being 2-10 and having one of the worst offenses in the league.
Commanders absolutely demolished the Titans. Not an awful team, but not a very strong team. You think this breaks them out of that slump that they've had?
Yeah.
It gives them a boost.
I think it does. Jaden Daniels was here, and Bo Nix is creeping up on him
Yeah.
in the Rookie of the Year race. So he's kind of like, all right.
I actually like Bo Nix.
I understand
I like
it
Bo
now.
Nix
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
that Rookie of the Year. I really do.
I mean, Titans are a very weak team. You expect the Commanders with their offense to blow over the Titans, and they did exactly that. But this gives them a boost to get out of their slump. But do I think it can continue through the playoffs? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, rookie quarterback, I don't know. He doesn't have any NFL playoff experience. He's really good. I don't know. Like, I think this does spark their team. I don't know if they could make a playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going straight to the Broncos game because we were talking about it. I know he had 2 picks, but I still think, I mean, one of them really wasn't his fault.
Bo Nix?
Yeah, Denzel Ward just made an unbelievable play.
Yeah, what a play by
that.
Ward. But Bo Nix, he had a solid performance.
Yeah.
But without the Broncos D, I don't know if they would have won that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. They came
2
alive
touchdowns for the Broncos D.
Yeah. And without those 2 TDs, they lose.
Yeah.
But
you also, I mean, they let up 500 passing yards to. Let's talk about that.
What performance by Jameis
Jameis Winston's stat line. That's the most Jameis Winston stat line ever.
Yeah, you got
4 TDs,
500 yards, 4
TDs,
4
3 picks.
touchdowns,
and
58 passes.
Yeah, technically he had 6 touchdowns, 2 to the other team.
2 pick sixes, 3 picks total.
Yeah.
I mean, Jameis, if he didn't throw those 2 picks, they would have won the game.
Yeah. Going back to the Broncos and Bo Nix, I saw him throw an absolute laser on a seam route to Marvin Mims. Absolutely dropped it in the bucket.
Ball.
Beautiful. Yeah, Marvin Mims caught it. No one near him.
Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix is one of the strongest arms I've seen.
Yeah.
Like, his ball
He's got talent.
flies out of his hand, man. It just explodes.
It's a rocket, yeah. He threaded the needle in between 2 DBs.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals put up a really, defensively wise, another disappointing game for them.
I mean, their historic offense has showed for nothing this season.
Yeah, it's
this
probably
is
Joe Burrow.
yeah. This is one of the biggest letdowns I've seen in my life. Burrow and Chase having their best season ever as a duo, and the Bengals aren't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
In the NFL, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously in college
Okay.
they were something different, but I'm talking about in the NFL. This is their best season they put up.
Yeah, their defense has been a really big letdown to that really, really good offense. You got Chase Brown really stepping up into the Joe Mixon role. So, I mean, their defense has been really bad, kind of losing them most of their games, to be honest.
But obviously can't take nothing away from Russell Wilson.
Oh,
what a performance by him. And I think
Steelers are looking good.
Steelers, they're probably going to take the AFC North now.
The
Ravens. Let's talk about the Ravens game a little bit.
Another loss to the Eagles.
They dropped another game to the Eagles.
Who a good team,
But Eagles are probably top 2 team.
have
in the
definitely
league.
come alive.
But
since,
the Ravens, they dropped another game, and they're already down in divisional standings. Steelers have that on them.
Yeah.
The divisional record.
yeah.
So I think the Ravens, they're going to be a wild card team.
Yeah.
No.
100%. I agree.
I don't know about 100%. There's definitely a chance because, look, you see the Steelers.
It's true.
The Steelers' last 3 opponents, they play the Ravens, they play the Bills, and the Chiefs.
It's true.
Those are the last 3 opponents.
That's true. I think they can maybe pull out a win against the Chiefs the way the Chiefs have been playing.
See, I think they can too.
That's also the last game.
Bills are unbelievable.
No, they're not beating the Bills.
They're not going to beat the Bills.
On to that Bills game.
No, hold
Right,
on, wait.
yeah.
So the Steelers, if the Chiefs clinch the 1 seed by then the Steelers will definitely beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're going to
that's
rest
true.
their starters.
And the Steelers will be fighting for seeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the Bills game, as a football fan, I had fun watching that game.
It was a great game to watch.
I like the Bills. I'm not a fan of the Bills. That's not my team.
Yeah.
But I like the Bills. And that was just a fun game.
No, it was definitely a great game to watch.
The snow is just kind of peak NFL.
Just brings you a little joy.
Yeah.
But watching the players try to put their foot in the ground was a little ridiculous.
Yeah. They couldn't make a tackle. They couldn't.
Really
they couldn't plant their foot, make a textbook tackle. They were just kind of hanging on, trying to drag them down.
I'm watching a race to the pylon between I think
Josh
it
Allen.
might have been Ray Davis. And Fred Warner.
Yeah.
Yo, Fred Warner looked like he was running
Warner
in place.
is
he couldn't run at all.
Yeah, Fred Warner is debatably the best defensive player in the NFL.
Yeah,
and you got
up there.
You got a rookie from Kentucky.
Yeah.
You got a rookie from Kentucky beating him to the pylon.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch, but it was a little ridiculous.
That play from Josh Allen, though, that was crazy.
That was on.
Yeah, and Josh Allen, he literally did it all that game, and he's going to be the MVP.
He literally did it all. He's the first player in NFL history to have a passing, rushing, and receiving touchdown in the same game.
I want to give a little props to Jake had him up on here a couple weeks ago. He said that he had Saquon Barkley as the Offensive Player of the Year and Josh Allen as the MVP.
And they're probably going to both be right.
Yeah, so good job, Jake.
Good job, Jake.
Yeah, and also, 49ers, their season's over.
Yeah. Ugh. Another loss.
Yeah, at this point, their season's over. Seahawks actually have they're at the top of their division at 7-5.
I think the Seahawks are probably now favorites to win that division, even though that division race is still wide open. It seems like we change our pick every single week.
Yeah.
I'm still rolling with the Cardinals, but I'm not as confident in that pick anymore. I think the Rams have a really good shot as well.
It's so
the
hard.
Seahawks have by the best shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pick has changed every week. I started with the Niners, then I went to the Rams. Now I'm kind of still at the Rams, maybe.
Yeah.
So you got the Seahawks at 7-5, and then you got the Rams and the Cardinals at 6-6,
It's just
and the Niners at 5-7.
Yeah. I mean, they still always have a shot.
No, Niners out of the
especially
question.
if CMC's.
Especially
He's out for the
CMC is
year.
out for the year.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think they're done. They're done
Yeah,
for.
it's not-
They just cannot sustain success with all the injuries they have.
Yeah, they couldn't stay healthy at all this year. Yeah, it was just a messy season for the Niners.
Another division that's going to be a tight one is that between Falcons and Bucks. Falcons, are their playoff chances over?
No,
I don't know if it's over.
They're not, because they're still tied for number one in the division.
How not over? You know what? How far has that gone down? Now?
Yeah, it's gone down
definitely
a big
gone down.
percentage. Like
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, they were sitting 2 games ahead of the Bucks.
Yeah.
Bucks were injury riddled. Like Falcons looked like they were going to breeze to the top of the division, and 2 absolutely terrible performances by the Falcons. So I think their divisional chances have gone down a ton, and they're probably going to be a wild card team because I think the Bucks are probably the better team as right now.
Yeah, the Bucks really needed that win against the Panthers.
Unbelievable win.
They got it done. Kind of a little scary for them.
Yeah.
Little last second field goal.
I had them in my parlay. I was
You shouldn't be betting. You shouldn't be gambling, actually.
It's fake.
Jeez, Joey.
It's fake. I was texting my friend, and he was ahead of me. So I was like, we just lost. Adam Thielen.
What a catch.
Adam Thielen just put us away. And Mike was like, oh, my gosh.
Okay,
I was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about that. That was a catch.
Oh,
The touchdown
100%.
That was
100%
a catch.
That was a catch. That touchdown in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't have enough evidence to overturn it.
No,
Yeah.
his
But come
knee
on.
was down. His knee was down in the end zone.
Oh, 100%.
They couldn't find a clear angle of the ball to see if he had possession.
Nah.
I think he definitely had possession.
Yeah, that was a touchdown in my opinion.
Yeah. I do also like the Jets, but they still suck. Like
Jets, I think I saw a stat. This is the biggest team bust of the year, or of all time actually.
All time might be a little
Really?
crazy.
No, I saw a stat. They've lost 9 out of 12 games that they were favored in.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
They definitely are a big bust. Let's list their offense real quick. Their offense can't get anything done. Defense is
It looks
still
so good on paper, too.
Yeah.
Which is
They probably have the
Insane.
best team on paper.
yeah, it's so disappointing.
Yeah. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers, Brees Hall, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Conklin.
Brees hasn't been getting
What else could you
anything.
need?
Like Brees hasn't been able to get anything going this season.
Yeah, oh, no.
No, not at all.
I mean, the O-line isn't great.
But like,
It's also not bad.
Brees Hall's
Yeah.
still one of the best receiving backs, and I haven't seen any of that. And that's also just calling out the play of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So
They can't get anything done on offense.
nope.
Like nothing.
Yeah, no, it's just bad for them. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
And they're not. Oh, are they officially out yet? 3-9.
I don't think they're
think
officially
they are
out,
officially out yet.
They're unofficially out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not gonna.
Yeah, let's just rule them out now.
Yeah.
Do the Chargers looking pretty good? Do they have a what it takes to make a playoff run?
Their coaching staff does. Does their roster? I don't know. Because they got really top 10 quarterback in the league, Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
But their receiving, Ladd McConkey, by the way, had a big game against the Falcons. But do I think he could sustain that in the playoffs? The way the AFC's looking, probably not.
Yeah, their coach, Jim Harbaugh, is a winner. National champion. Lost to his brother, John, in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
when he was previously an NFL coach. But Justin Herbert, we don't know yet because, I mean, the one time they were in the playoffs, they blew a
27-0.
27-0
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah, but that was also Brandon
unbelievable.
Staley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was not a great coach.
That's what I'm
He was
saying.
not a
Brandon
great
Staley,
coach.
probably one of the worst head coaches I've seen.
Yeah.
Other than all the other Raiders head coaches.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, they blew that lead actually to the Jaguars. And let's talk about that game between the Texans.
Wow.
Awful hit on.
Yeah,
You
Trevor
know,
Lawrence got absolutely smoked, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was a dirty hit.
No,
it
it,
It's
was,
so
it
hard
definitely
to
was.
pull up when you're going
No,
that
It
fast.
is.
Lawrence,
but
his shoulders already on the ground.
I know, but it's so hard. He also didn't hit him with his head.
No, he hit him with the shoulder, but
If
it
you
was
look, like he hit him with his arms. It's just his head hits
it's
the
still
back.
you have to make an attempt to get out of the way.
yeah, and he
And
didn't even try.
He really didn't try. Aziz Al-Shaair got suspended 3 games.
3 games.
Yeah.
The
3 games.
suspension, that's kind of a little much. I think 3 games is a little bit much.
I think maybe 1. I think 1.
1 game deserved.
maybe 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 was a little much, but it's sending a message to the league,
Yeah. Do you think? All right. Just final thing. Do you think the Jags are able to get that number 1 spot
They will.
for draft?
Yeah, they will.
Especially
No.
with Lawrence out.
They'll get 1, and it's going to be a fight between 2 and 3 for the Raiders and the Giants. But because the Jags, they're not going to pick a QB.
Yeah. So they might. I'm not.
No.
Maybe traded away now.
Oh, they might trade it away.
No, I don't know.
The team I could see them trading
I
away
think
too
Travis Hunter is a little bit too valuable to trade away that pick.
It's true.
I'd agree with that, actually. But
But if you
You
could
get
get
so
a
much
team
capital.
that really needs like
you can get so much capital for that going into next draft because next year's draft class is going to be pretty good.
yeah.
But well, I don't know if they trade that away actually. But
They
I wouldn't
could-
want to see them trade it to the Browns because then Travis Hunter's career would be ruined.
Yeah. They could do what I forget what team it was. Maybe it was the
It was
Cardinals.
Chicago. No, Chicago.
Was it Chicago?
They traded away the number 1 pick.
They traded away the number 1 pick to
Yep.
the Panthers, and the Panthers were bad the next season.
And they got the number
so
1 pick.
they got
Yeah.
yes, exactly. So, I mean, they could try to make a move for the future,
Yeah, that's true.
or they could get Travis Hunter. Unbelievable. We haven't seen anything like him come out of college
Yeah,
yet.
and the Jags defense is not good, so I like to see Travis Hunter play DB in the NFL.
I think Travis Hunter in the NFL will be mainly a DB.
yeah, you're
But
not gonna
I
have,
think whatever team, like he'll play a little bit of offense.
Yeah.
I think
100%.
they
not
definitely
as much as you do
yeah
in college
There's no way you can't let Travis Hunter.
with that athletic ability
Yeah,
he has.
there's no way you
but
can't not let him play.
If he
some
plays
offense.
both sides, he'll be dead by the 3rd game.
Yeah.
It's so much more physical game.
100%.
Yeah.
The
Faster.
speed is just 10
Yeah.
times more in college.
All right, everyone. Well, that's all we have for today's episode. Tune in next week as we bring in a special guest, Deputy Jeff, a football replay official for the NCAA. I'm Joe Antonucci, and along with Sebastian Bruno and Logan Patel, have a good night. See you next week.